Hey guys, it's Nelly and welcome back to Bella Horvath's channel, and I am his daughter, Nelly, and today he said I should do this video and tell you guys our most important words. Now we specifically chose 6 words because that's what we've gone to so far, so I hope you guys enjoy and learn from this. Let's get on. Okay, so our first word is being grateful, and now you guys may have heard this word before because your teachers may have said it or your parents, and it basically means just be like so happy and so thankful for what you have in your life, because half the population in the whole entire world have nothing, no money, and live in like camps or live in the streets. So you have to always be reminding yourself on what a pleasure it is to have what you have. And actually I have this book and it is my happy book, and if you may know me, I have a channel called Nelly's Universe and I did a video on this book, and this book is basically like my happy book. And for example, this I turn to is called my gratitude list, and see, I decorated it and I have things I'm grateful for, like I wrote I have a home, I'm loved, cared for, given food, and every day you only need to do about like 5 minutes and just like keep reminding yourself how lucky you are. And if you want to see the rest of the things I did in this book, you can go to my channel. So that's the first word. Always be grateful, because as a human is evolved, the automatic thoughts that go into their head is like negative thoughts. They stick with you naturally, because the negative thoughts you can think about all day and say, oh, I'm so bad or everything, and the positive thoughts always like slip out of your mind. So you always need to remind yourself and create like a path of happy thoughts, so you always think happy and never be negative, because it's not very good to live your life like that. So yeah, word number 2. So word number 2 is a little bit out the blocks of everything else we're talking about, and that is fibre. Oh, don't ask me why my parents, my dad, told me this was such an important word, but here it is. So we think this is an important word because you always need to be healthy, and being healthy means mentally, physically, and every single other way. So yeah, and always you need to like don't eat a lot of junk food, don't eat a lot of like canned or like bad food. Always eat, like, not always but a lot, eat vegetables, fruits, salads, because they help your body nurture and it is always good for you. And remember, 5 a day keeps the doctor away, and specifically for me, because my dad's a doctor, so I don't want any injections or anything like that, so thank you, I'll keep the doctor away. Word number 3. And word number 3, coming back into the more important word, is leverage. Now, some of you may not have heard this word. It technically means, for example, imagine a doctor. He does one procedure every day, and then that person goes, and only that person does it, like feels it, and then he needs to keep doing that over and over and over. And imagine, for example, a famous singer, Billie Eilish. She's a very good singer, by the way. She goes out and sells millions of tickets, and a group of people, like millions, hear her music at once, and she only does that once and it's out there. Same as writing, like a popular author writing a book. He wrote it once and sells millions of copies. See, that's leverage. If you do something once and it like does all the work for you, but not having leverage is, for example, in my dad's job, that he has to keep doing procedures over and over. It doesn't like go out to everyone at the same time. So remember, it's always good to have a leverage job, so that you don't need to work yourself that hard and like try and get it all out to everyone at once. So that's our third most important word, and that's why I think it's a really good word. So let's move on to number 4. So word number 4 is compound interest. And compound interest, let's actually break it down. So we'll look at compound and then interest, or compound interest. So compound is basically when you have one thing. For example, I set up this right here, and it's a very good example. For example, my dad put in for me, I think, about £100, and then he like paid a business, and now over all this period of time, for example, I'm doing it till I'm from now, so I'm 12, and I'm going to do it all the way to I'm 65 when I retire. And over that whole period of time, I get money from these these like very popular brands like iPhone, L'Oreal, Jo Malone. Why am I just naming makeup and perfume people? I don't know. And I end up with £3 million, which is quite a lot. But imagine, for example, my brother. He is 21. Yes, 21. And imagine, for example, he's 21. And if he does it from here to like now, he would only earn about like around 2 million. Like just past 1 million, so around 2 million. However, because I'm so young and over time it develops, that's compound interest. So over time it develops and gives you more. So yeah, so that's a very good example that complexly, I'm not sure if that's a word, but my dad showed me and I did not get at the start. Still confused about it now, but I've got the hang of it. And interest is, interest means it's just adds up, you know, and altogether compound interest is the motion that you take something small and over a long period of time it expands and gets you more. So that's why it's a great idea that my dad did this all, because then by the time I retire, if I don't have enough money, I still have £3 million, and I'm not going to take any money away from that, because if I take any money away from this whole routine, then I will get less. So the point is to let it expand over time. So that's complexly word number 4. Word number 5. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. So this might be a bad word to you guys. However, in my family, we think it's a very good word in a positive way. And that word is bullshit. Okay, I put a disclaimer out there, so like if you don't want to hear that word, then you don't need to listen to this bit. However, if you are interested, bullshit means you don't recognize the excuses, because some people make excuses all over their life and that's why they don't get anywhere. So we use bullshit as a way to recognize the way that people make excuses. For example, you're saying, oh, this is too hard, I can never do it. No, no, no. You're never gonna get there. That's why we think it's a very important word to keep going and trying. Even if you fail, you're always gonna fail once. It may be your first time, but it's not gonna be the last. So just keep going and don't make excuses for life, otherwise you won't get very far. But if you don't make excuses at all and you keep doing, you're gonna get very far. So I advise you guys to not make excuses and think of bullshit as a very good word. Word number 6. Now lastly, word number 6 is love. Love yourself and everyone, because at the end of the day, they're all your family, everyone, and you may not even like acknowledge everyone, but hey, everyone does nice things to you all the time. When someone holds a door open for you, that's them showing their like love for you, like how nice they are. So every day try and do something very nice to someone and create again that gratitude in your mind, or just do like a book like me and just like keep going on with those. And thank you for listening to this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this and took away something from this, and I'll see you maybe in my next video. Well, it's not my channel, so I'll maybe see you in the next video. Bye!